To our unique financial channel. Folks, there's nothing else like it on YouTube. On this channel, we set up spreadsheets to run people's numbers. We show important financial concepts like the one you see listed before you, and so much more. Please consider subscribing and sharing this channel with others. Let's go ahead and run some numbers for somebody. Got a request for somebody that's 30 years old. And again, everybody's numbers are going to be different. So this is one of the spreadsheets that we use. He says he currently has 220,000. Now, because your numbers are totally different, don't be discouraged. Just let me show you how his numbers work, and then we'll go ahead and consider numbers you might give me in the future. But he says he's a union laborer and he can save 2,500 a month. And I know somebody might be saying, I can't save maybe $250 a month. That's fine. We'll run the numbers for you too. What we want to do is run the numbers. And what we do on this channel, folks, is use the actual returns for the last 100 years, the ups and the downs. The last 101 years have been 75 up years and 26 down years. There's going to be inevitably down years and even sometimes consecutive down years. But look how the numbers ultimately work out if you can be in it for the long term. This is showing you the graph for 1925 numbers going down through. You can see it takes a while, it goes up, down, up, down. But if you can be in it for, in this case, a 30-year period, how about the 32-year period? Look at that, folks. Inevitably, you can be in it for the long term. These are the kind of numbers you can be looking at. This is the kind of graph you can be looking at. Again, your numbers are going to be totally different, but these graphs are relative to what you put in. You're going to see this kind of a uptick. They call that the compounding effect. It's just like the eighth wonder of the world. Let's go and update this using his numbers for every single year for the last 100 years. Okay, these are his numbers. Remember, everybody's going to be different. Not everybody's going to have this kind of money. You can save this kind of money, but look where he's going to be, folks. He's 30 years old. He wants to know where he's going to be at age 62, which is 32 years from now. So over that 32-year period, this black row right here shows you how much is going to be put in over those time periods. So over a 32-year period, he's going to put in $1.18 million. Again, I can't emphasize this enough. Everybody's numbers are going to be different. I'd love to run numbers for you. This is the worst case scenario in the last 100 years for a 32-year period, $9.62 million. The median in this column means half the time you have more than half the time you have less would be $13.435 million. There's actually a time in there somebody would have $29 million. So that's the range we're talking about given his numbers. After 32 years, you have between 9.62 and $29 million. Now, we always take into account inflation because these numbers are huge. What happens with a 3% inflation rate, which is what you want me to run it at? So what we want to do is go ahead and look at this rectangle right up here shows you what the value of each of these numbers down here would have. For example, this 30, they're always color-coded, matching each other. So this $9.62 million, which is again the worst case scenario, that would have the buying power of 3.736 when the time he goes to retire. Then it's 13 million at a buying power of 5.217 and so on. We looked at the 30-year period. You can see these corresponding that and that. But folks, that's what we do on this channel. You send me your numbers. I'll put in your beginning balance, how much you're saving a month, and we'll go ahead and run the numbers. Again, this is what's happened for 100 years through thick and thin, through the Depression type years, through the dot-com bubble, through the real estate crash, all these different numbers taken into account. And if you're in it for the long term, you're going to catch these good years. So the fact that you're going to end up with the worst case scenario here and the best case scenario there, with the median being right in here, we can change any of these numbers you want. Folks, that's what we do on this channel. We love to run numbers for people. Again, please consider subscribing to this channel. Please share this channel. Please like the video. And thanks so much for watching.